Hey guys, what's up? Today I want to do a video talking about DC's New 52 and my impressions on it. Now, I was going to do this video 2 months back when all the issue 1s had just first came out, but I decided to hold off until issue 3s had came out just to get a bit of grasp on the story, what's going on and what I think about it and what direction it's going in. Of course, in some cases issue 4 is already out, like Action Comics and Detective Comics, but personally these are the 4 titles I have been picking up. Of course I've got up to issue 3, and you're just going to have to trust me on that. But of course I have Batman, All-Star Western, Justice League and Voodoo. Now, first of all I'm going to talk about all of these, then I'm going to talk about other series, and then I'm going to talk about series I may have liked to see within the New 52, or maybe I would have liked to have read and didn't get a chance to pick up. But before I just dive into these comics, I want to say, if you guys are reading these New 52s, I know people like Devil's Toys UK's 2 he's even reviewing some of them, you know, leave some comments down there, and if you make videos, maybe leave a video response showing off all your New 52 collection, because I really want to get the ball rolling on this one and get everybody in on this, you know, and kind of get it spread out, you know, because it'd be great to hear everybody's impressions, and you know, maybe someone's not collecting any of these and they'll get an insight on what's happening on these comics, and maybe the person who does a video I might watch, maybe I'm collecting something completely different to him and I can get an insight on what he's collecting. I thought it would be a great idea, just throwing that out there, guys. So anyway, let's start with Batman, my favorite of the 4 books I am collecting. Batman is... I didn't think the first issue was all that strong. I liked it, but I said to my friend when I was done reading it, it didn't feel like a lot happened, but this is going to be a great series. And of course, I think I was right, because Batman number 2 and 3 just kind of felt like extensions on what the first issue should have been, and really did pad out the story, and has set up a fantastic story. You've got all the things going on. If you're following it, you'll know Batman's now in deep with the Court of Owls, and it's a really fun story going on. A really good story, really solid. I don't know, maybe because this is really some of the first time I've ever had to wait for individual issues. I normally just buy trades, and that's maybe why issue 1 didn't seem so great. But like I say, since I've read issue 2 and 3, it is absolutely amazing, and it has made it my favorite book out of the 4 to be collecting. But up next we have All-Star Western, very close to that of Batman, but especially in the first issue department, All-Star Western number 1 was fantastic. All-Star Western number 1 felt like it was an extremely solid first issue, and it said everything that needed to be said, got up all the setup for the story going, and just left me wanting more from issue 1. I didn't know anything about Jonah Hex before picking this issue up. All I knew is I was on my list of characters to get around to, you know, to read. So this was a perfect opportunity for me to jump on the train of Jonah Hex, you know what I mean? It's fantastic. Issue 2 and 3 haven't been as good as the first one, but I'm not criticizing. It's still an extremely good, extremely solid story. Next up is Justice League. This one I knew I wanted to pick up Batman and All-Star Western. Justice League was the one I kind of wanted to get because I knew everybody else was. And of course it's Justice League, there's a lot of heroes in there, and there's a lot of knowledge about the DC universe. I like it a lot. I mean, out of the whole character roster, Batman is obviously my favorite. And there's a lot of Batman fans not liking this series because of all the fun prodded towards Batman. I think it's great. It makes me laugh. You'll know if you've been reading the issues, there's been this constant battle like between Green Lantern and Batman. They've kind of been rubbing off on each other, bashing, insulting each other. It just makes me laugh. I think it's great because I know Batman inside him is really powerful, but like Green Lantern and Flash aren't really appreciating his knowledge and power, and it should be great when it all kind of unfolds. I hope it does. I mean, I hope this kind of insulting him doesn't keep on going, but for now it's pretty good, and the story's decent. it's not fantastic. I mean, I look forward to it each month, but it doesn't really make much progression in each issue. I feel, you know, it's the team's just to say assembled, and by the end of issue 4, I reckon they're all gonna kind of be together. You know what I mean? It's took quite a few issues to even get the team together, and it doesn't feel like a lot happens in each issue. Still, not complaining. Great book. You know, I highly recommend all these. And lastly, we come to my stranger pick, Voodoo. It was the cover of this one that grabbed me. Of course, you got Voodoo and her alien hand. It looks great, but the comic itself is just decent. It's all about an alien stripper who comes to Earth to overtake Earth along with her fellow aliens, but she gains information on the heroes through her work, and so on and so forth. I'm not doing enough justice describing the premise there. It's a good book. It's a good read. I still recommend it, but it's a little hard because all these franchises are kind of DC licensed. I mean, obviously this is DC licensed, but they're all familiar franchises within the DC universe. I think Voodoo may have been an Image character. I'm not sure, but I do recommend it. But it's just a little bizarre, and it's not particularly fantastic compared to, you know, Batman and All-Star West, and maybe even Justice League. But I heard from issue 4, 5 onwards, it's gonna have a new writer, so hopefully he takes it more in the direction I was hopefully wanting before I picked up this book. Haven't done an awfully great job of describing Voodoo, but like I say, I would personally pick it up if you have a few spare dollars, pounds, whatever you deal in. Next up, I'm going to talk about comics that I wish I'd picked up. Start off with Detective Comics. I really wish I'd been picking up these. I held the first issue in my hand, and I said, no, you know what, I'll wait for Batman, instead of picking up Detective Comics. I mean, Batman is turning out to be the better series, but Detective Comics, I still wish I'd picked it up, and it sold out next time I went in to get it. Bummer, and big bummer, but what you're gonna do, stuff goes on. There's no really other series I wish I'd really picked up apart from Detective Comics. Maybe Action Comics, because I don't know a whole lot about Superman, and Action Comics would be a great start for me. But like I say, I'm not really a Superman fan, so that's kind of where that weighed out. And money. I don't have a lot of money at the moment. I'm only 16, out of just gone in from college, you know, trying to find employment, but the shitty town I come from, it's hard to find a job. But I'll keep on looking, you know. But other franchises I've been reading are Aquaman is great, because my friend, he's been going with me to the comic shop and picking up other franchises. Aquaman's great. The Flash, that's absolutely great. I mean, they're so great, I would love to have my own set. And I've been reading some of the Savage Hawkman. That I don't think that's very good, I'll be honest with you. It's okay, but it's probably the lowest of the new 52s I've had a read of. And I read Deathstroke #1 because my friend picked that up. It was okay, kind of what I feel like with Voodoo. It was decent, but I wouldn't pick it up myself. But I'm only picking up Voodoo because I started and I want to finish. I mean, I'm talking like Voodoo's bad. Voodoo's absolutely great. Well, not great, but I still really recommend picking it up. Can you see how I'm kind of on the fence about Voodoo? I'm not sure if it's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but that's kind of my impressions of the new 52. The only really ones I regret not picking up are Detective Comics. Really wish I'd picked up them, and kind of wish I had picked up Action Comics. I also wish I had more money. Then I can get my own set of Aquaman and Flash. But I'll just keep pressing on, you know. Maybe when these eventually all come out in trades, I'll pick up a trade of Action Comics or Detective Comics, I don't know. But it would be nice to have them all in individual issues, especially when I've got all these in individual issues. So, like I say, leave comments talking about what you're collecting, maybe if you don't leave videos. And if you make videos, it'd be really nice for you to get in on this and make a video of your own talking about your new 52 collection, and try and get the ball rolling on this. So I hope you're enjoying collecting. I probably won't be making another video till after Christmas, so you know, happy Christmas, happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas, you know, happy collecting, and I'll see you guys next video.